A new review straight from my right. Cause once again, it's movie night. You should go see this movie twice. Cause Mark can't win unless it hits 55 million. That's right, come on now.
But it's bad, so bad.
Really, really bad.
Come on.
Hi everybody, welcome back to Critical Mass. It is a cold, as you can see outside the windows there, cold night here in Ottawa, Canada, but we just came out of Birds of Prey and the fantabulous emancipation of one Harley Quinn. Instead of just calling it the Birds of Prey or Harley Quinn and the Birds of Prey, we don't know what they were thinking. And that seems to be maybe a premise for this movie. All right. Yeah, we literally just walked out of the theater.
Oh my God, it's true. We did walk out of the theater.
We did. I have thoughts, but
wait, I have thoughts.
I'm going to pass it on to you first.
I told one of the viewers I'd be more animated.
You are kind of I like that movie, everybody.
Okay, this was a movie that after about 10 minutes felt like 2 hours. I don't even know how to explain what this movie was. It was, Pulp Fiction was the plot was all out of sequence and it's like flashbacks and just nothing was fluid storytelling. It was just back and forth everywhere. Well, that was happening here and I had no idea what was going on in places. And I didn't, every time they started a flashback, I said, oh my God, not another one. Like, I don't want this to happen. Please stop. Did you get that feeling?
Keep going. I have thoughts. I'm building them up.
Okay. The acting. Margot Robbie did a fairly decent job. Although sometimes I couldn't understand what she was saying because her accent was...
Or the fast talking.
Yeah, very fast talking. Sometimes it was all garbled and I didn't know what she was saying.
Very speed talking all of a sudden for some reason.
Yeah, but a lot of, like, the Huntress, so cringy. There's a kid in it, cringy. Just, please stop. It was painful, really. It was painful.
Okay. But what about, there are some good guys in this movie.
Okay, go on. You want to say it.
Okay. We mentioned the other day when we were talking about predictions for the movies coming up that we were hoping that this movie would not be all in your face, women power, men bad. And unfortunately, that's they so in the face with this movie that every single male character in the movie, from the diner guy to the pizza delivery guy to the crooked boss guy to the cops to the captain of the cops you name it, any male character in this movie was a bad guy. There was not one good guy in this whole movie.
Yeah, so you can say, okay, well, we were talking about Picard recently and how that was a very female-centric series so far. But at least it had some guys in there that were decent people.
Just doing their job.
Yeah. In this one, no. If you are a male, you are a scumbag.
Yeah. Yeah. Period. And it doesn't matter if you're a side character, a little character, a big character. And they set it up to such a point where at the, no spoilers, but just, this is an easy thing. During the biggest fight scene in the movie, they gather around and they yell out, "Men of Gotham," because out of the 1,000 people who show up for hire and assassins and gangsters to go after the Birds of Prey, there is not a single female character amongst them. Even though there were female characters trying to kill Harley Quinn throughout the movie, none of them showed up at the end. It was all men of Gotham.
It was...
Oh.
Like, everybody wanted to see Harley Quinn after Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
She was the breakout character star. She had this sex appeal going on that everybody was just saying, like even the ladies were saying, well, she's a sexy character and she's a badass.
That year, Harley Quinn was the #1 costume sold in America for Halloween.
And now they decided, okay, well, we're going to take away everything that people liked. We're going to take away the sex appeal, and we're going to gear this all towards
Quirky.
women, and we're going to make it a comedy, not a funny comedy.
No.
It's only about, like you said, it's quirky,
Quirky.
off the wall stuff.
Campy.
Like Batman 5, was it? Mr. Freeze?
Yeah. Yeah. Batman Forever with Mr. Freeze and the Riddler with Jim Carrey. That kind of campiness. And I don't understand where they were going with this.
No. So they could have had a really hit movie on their hands if they just used the Harley Quinn from Suicide Squad.
Yeah. Because that's who we wanted to see. But you know what? Margot Robbie did a good job with her character, but it wasn't. It could have been almost any Harley Quinn. It didn't have to be Harley Quinn. It could have been anybody, really. And they brought in one of the directors from John Wick and reshot a bunch of the scenes for the fight scenes. And you can see that kind of thing that they were trying to go for in some of these scenes. Some of it was really good, but they should have took more time with it, because there's scenes in there where you can see where they kind of stick out their foot and the stuntman jumps and circles and does 2 flips on the ground and falls down even though the foot hadn't touched him yet. Or, the guy runs up, the person has their back to him, stands there waiting for her to hit the guy in front of him. Then she turns to him, and then he pretends to swing some more. It just wasn't quite as crisp as the John Wick movies.
Yeah, or they throw a punch and it doesn't come anywhere near them, but they go, ah.
Yeah, or, here, I'm going to punch you now. Ugh. And I mean, literally, my fist is going this far into you, and the guy goes flying back 6 feet into the wall from a girl who's about 5'2". And this one was a cop. It wasn't a superhero. If it was a superhero like Wonder Woman with super strength, okay, that's believable. But when it's the police officer with no special powers.
Yeah, Rosie Perez is a cop in this one, and she was big in the cop shows in the 80s and 90s, I think.
Not even that.
But she's got to be pushing
50?
mid 50s.
Yeah.
And you can see it. And she's a very small person, but she was kicking butt.
Yeah.
And did you see in the fun house, she's battling a big muscle man.
Yeah.
And she's taking him out.
Yeah. Even though the muscle man gets in like 3 or 4 big shots in it, where had he hit me once, I'd have been out for the night. So, no.
Well, action-wise, there is a
half decent.
There is like a 30-second to 60-second clip
with
of
the bat, right?
Margot Robbie with a baseball bat. She's good with a baseball bat.
Yeah.
Okay. If you see this, you're gonna know, because it was an awesome clip.
Yeah, that one scene with the bat is really cool. And if they'd have done more like that, had they done real action and have the story that could have been good, but they went for this over-the-top campiness that just, it took away from the story.
And by the way, Birds of Prey, I don't know why they called it Birds of Prey, because they had nothing to do with any of it. They come together at the end of the movie as a team or club or whatever you want to call it, but all the way through the movie they have nothing to do with it. They're just separate characters doing their own thing. And
there are scenes in this movie where they're sitting down eating cereal and ordering sandwiches.
I liked her pet,
the hyena. She normally has 2, but for some reason she had 1 this time. But still, like, it just lacked a pace and a cohesive story. I like some parts in it, and other parts I was like, my eyes were doing this. We're just doing this. I was disappointed with this movie, because I was one of those people who wanted to see a good Harley Quinn movie.
Yeah, it's a movie full of cliches and cringe, and I would give this maybe a 5.
Yeah, it's a 5. And you know how a lot of people are saying, Oh, movie sales across America are selling out. Theaters, you can't get tickets. It's ahead of Batman. It's ahead of what was I saying? Ahead of Suicide Squad. It's ahead of Star Wars. It's even ahead of Black Panther for opening day sales. There were 5 of us in the theater.
Mm-hmm.
And our theater holds 200 and some people. There were 5 people in that theater. I have a very bad feeling we might be seeing another really horrible box office result.
Is this the next Charlie's Angels?
This might be the next Charlie's Angels. Well, I hope you appreciate this review because we didn't like this movie too much at all. Why not check out some of our other content down below? And until next time, well, we won't see you at this theater, but we'll see you on the channel. You don't have to make every single female bad.
But it's bad. So bad.
Really, really bad. You should just say, come on.
Okay, I'll do that. Yeah. Okay. Ready? But it's bad. So bad.
Really, really bad.
Come on.